Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about squatting and deciding between to squat in a flat shoe versus a heeled shoe. Now personally I have done both. I've only recently switched to a heel shoe earlier this year because my boyfriend bought me a pair of Adidas powerlifts, and before that I was squatting in Converse. So the main difference is if you had, depending upon your mobility, will determine which shoe works best for you. If you have really good ankle mobility, you could pull off squatting in a flat shoe. Or if you have really good hip mobility, squatting in a heel shoe would be good for you. But it really all depends on your body mechanics. No one is the same, but I'm just going to talk about what worked for me. When I first started powerlifting, I squatted pretty wide. I had a wide stance and I squatted in my Converse. I squatted in a flat shoe. And I found that worked for me at the time because I was squatting in a wide stance. And that allowed me to use more of my hips and more hamstrings because that was where I was stronger. But now, since I was having some knee issues, and I realized that my quads were getting stronger. I realized that switching to a more narrow stance was where my squat was getting better faster. But I switched my squat stance without switching my shoe, and that developed knee problems. I was having really bad knee pain. So earlier this year for my birthday, my boyfriend actually bought me the Adidas powerlifts. Now this is a pretty low heel height compared to other heeled shoes like the Nike Romaleos or some of the the Reebok or some of the other Adidas shoes. And I like this one because it was a good transition between squatting flat in a flat shoe and then going to a heeled shoe. And I find that this shoe works really well for me. And these are pretty inexpensive. I'll put all the descriptions and the specs down below. But yeah, these have been working really well for me. I've made some really good squat gains in this, and I love them. And they come in a bunch of different colors. My boyfriend probably got these for me because they go with everything. And yeah, so it really depends on what works best for you. I would say start off with a Converse because they're pretty cheap, and if they don't work for you, you can wear them anywhere. I still use my Converses for deadlifting, just because they're flat. There's nothing wrong with them. These in particular are good because they have a little bit of an ankle support. They come up a little higher. These particular Converses are the Journeys exclusive ones. I don't think you can get them anywhere else but Journeys. And these were, I don't know how much they were, maybe 80 bucks. I'll put that down and below too. And I like them. I still wear them, like I said, for deadlifting, and that's all I wear them for now. And yeah, I basically use my heeled shoe for a lot of different leg accessories, not just squatting. I use them for my step downs, just to, keep the angle of keep the angle of my foot consistent with certain leg movements, and also because I just don't like changing my shoes during work because I'm lazy. The heeled shoe is great for front squatting, especially for me because I have such long legs versus compared to my torso. I find that wearing a heeled shoe for front squats allows me to get full depth in squat without hurting my knees. Like I said, since I have long legs compared to my torso, my knees need to push forward past my toes a lot just so I can keep my chest upright and keep my elbows up. But like I said, I will put all the full description of these shoes in the description box and maybe across the screen. Also, I would recommend watching MegSquats video on all the different types of shoes that there are that can work for you. Especially if you're a beginner, like I said, try squatting or doing most of powerlifting movements in a cheaper shoe like the Converse. You can probably just get a regular Converse now for $40, just the basic non-custom ones, and those will probably work well for you to start, and then see where you go from there. Try to figure out where your stance is going to be. If it's going to be wide, is it going to be narrow, are you going to be are we squatting low bar, high bar? that really determines like whether, well, that really determines what shoe will work for you. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. If you guys want to see anything else, just comment below. One more thing, later this week, they will vote to end or to keep net neutrality in place. Now, what is net neutrality? I did like a quick summary before, but I like didn't really articulate it that well. Net neutrality is basically a free and open internet. Just think about it like this. Think about it like this, as like every website is a car on a highway. If you put all of the cars on the same lane, all of them will either go the same speed or all of them will be going the same speed. If you have fast lanes and slow lanes, basically certain content will be pushed or be slowed down depending upon the ISP that you have. Now, I personally use Comcast, and I hate Comcast simply because of how much they're paying off everyone to try to repeal net neutrality. But it is important to keep Title II rules in place for ISPs, because that will make sure that everyone can access the internet and has access to information that they need. In the digital age, especially in this country, you need the internet to apply to jobs, start a small business, and do a bunch of other things, like just do online shopping. Like for Christmas this year, I did most of my shopping online. It is important to make sure that small businesses do not have to pay like a ransom to the ISP just so users can access their website and their information. And it is really important that we contact our senators and contact our representatives to make sure that the internet is still under Title II protections. And now some people want to call it regulations, but regulations are really just consumer protections that ensure that corporations aren't taking advantage of us. It's really important. It's happening Thursday, and I think that's the 14th. Yeah. December 14th is when the FCC will be voting, and we really have to make sure that they keep the internet open and fair for everyone, and not just so that like ISP providers like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon, I mean there's a few others, but those are the top three that just came into my head. Make sure that they don't stop users from accessing the websites that they want to, just because of the content that they produce. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!